Good morning. Good morning. Welcome or welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Monday, October 13th. We're here to look at the new releases that are published this week in Cozy Mysteries on Mondays. And there's a lot of them, so we usually jump in. Quick announcements. I don't have any sprints tonight. I don't do them on Monday nights. Our next sprints are tomorrow evening, Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. And they go for 2 hours. We do every Tuesday and Thursday evening and Saturday afternoons. Morning show, looking at the new releases, is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So one show a week. All right. Keo, no licking. First up, a book that my mom is very, very happy about. A new one in the Granny series. This is Granny Gets Ghosted, 12th in the Secret Agent Granny series. When Cheerville's Historical Society launches its first Halloween ghost walk, retired CIA agent Barbara Gold expects fog machines, costumes, and a few silly scares. Instead, she and her friend Liz discover the dead body of a local antiques dealer hidden inside the carriage house. Soon the town is buzzing again with talk of its old ghost legend, the widow of Wickham Hill, as rumors fly and tourists flock to see the spookiest side of Cheerville. But when a young tour guide is attacked, Barbara realizes something much darker is at play. With the help of Liz and Octavian, Barbara unravels a trail that winds from Cheerville's prohibition bootleggers to its lingering ghosts. But can she piece it all together before Halloween night ends in another tragedy? Excuse me. Donna Andrews has a new one. Good morning, Mary. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Back at ya. I made a few necklaces that I am happy about. Yay! Could have gotten more done, but got lazy. That's okay. Creativity happens in its own time. And sorry you don't have this holiday off. I do not. Nope. Not a government employee or a bank. So we just keep plugging along. 5 Golden Wings, Donna Andrews, 38th in the Meg Langslow Mysteries. Two of Meg's cousins, members of Mother's vast Hollingsworth clan, are getting married, and both have chosen carefully for their Christmas destination wedding on the same day, in the same venues. But while they're cousins, they're also lifelong enemies. Mother's efforts to keep the peace are wearing her down, and the battling brides and their mothers are making the holiday season miserable for everyone. So Meg steps in to keep the peace, and it was going badly even before she stumbles over the murdered body of the wedding photographer. Unfortunately, there are plenty of suspects. The photographer has been hitting on many of the guests, bridesmaids, possibly even one or both of the brides. He's also been slinking about and taking candid shots that are unflattering, embarrassing, occasionally even incriminating. Can Meg help the local police nab the killer in time for the weddings to go on as planned? Unless, of course, the killer was one of the brides or grooms, in which case she needs to identify the killer in time to reveal their identity. When she hears those fateful words, "If any of you can show just cause why they may not lawfully be married, speak now, or else forever hold your peace." MC Beaton has a new one. Mary says, "We didn't get any rain out of the nor'easter traveling up the East Coast. We are in desperate need. It teased us, but never actually got up the gumption to actually rain. I wish I could have sent you ours." What was it, Saturday night? Friday night. It rained all night. Friday night, I think. But it was supposed to rain all day yesterday, but it didn't. Sugar and Spite. This is 36th in the Agatha Raisin Mysteries. When a series of deaths within the small Cotswold birdwatching community begins to unravel her village, Agatha and her team at Raisin Investigators are certain there's been foul play involved. Now they must dig up decades worth of tempestuous relationships and simmering secrets among the birdwatching enthusiasts of the village in order to prevent any further deaths. But with Agatha's own relationship with John Glass on the rocks after he is called away on his job as a cruise ship dance instructor, and Sir Charles Frayth now attempting to step into John's shoes as her lover, Agatha has her work cut out for her. Dang, girl, you're middle-aged or more. Enjoy it. Two fighting over you. Agatha will have to break out her binoculars and embrace her bitter side to solve the murders and wrangle the sickly sweet temptations in her own life. Will she be able to gather all the breadcrumbs and put together the clues before she becomes a sitting duck herself? Emily says, just woke up. Good morning. I couldn't sleep last night, slept through my usual alarm in the morning. Sleep is good when you can get it. Grab it. New one in Lucy Connolly's Scottish series. I enjoy this series a lot. I've actually already read this one because I got an advanced reading copy. It is light on train, shall we say. Summer is coming to a close on beautiful Sea Isle in Scotland. Dr. Amelia McRoy is celebrating 1 year since her big move. With a week-long festival to end the season, the town gathers for a magical ride on a newly refurbished storyteller's train. But the launch's success is dampened by an unexpected death. What appears to be a case of deadly allergies is soon revealed as murder. As Amelia, her assistant Abigail, and the local constable Ewan McGregor unravel the mystery, the killer sets their murderous intentions on them. If they want to survive, they will need the help of all their friends before they become the latest victims. End of that row. Vicki Delaney has a new one. Got some names this week. Mary says, hi, Emily, nice to see you. Oh Deadly Night, 8th in the year-round Christmas mysteries. It's Christmas time in Rudolph, New York, which means it's time for the December Santa Claus parade. This year, shop owner Mary Wilkinson has decided to decorate her float as Santa's Elves Workshop and invites her landlady Mabel D'Angelo to help supervise the excited children playing the elves. But when Mrs. D'Angelo doesn't show up, Mary begins to worry. Worry quickly turns into frustration when Mrs. D'Angelo reveals she was delayed by new neighbors moving in. As the center for all things gossip, Mrs. D'Angelo is determined to introduce the new arrivals to the neighborhood. As the days pass, Mrs. D'Angelo notices strange things about the newcomers, but Mary, busier than an elf in Santa's workshop, has little time for matters that really don't concern her. But things turn from jolly to downright concerning when Mrs. D'Angelo disappears and Mary is forced to admit that something might be terribly wrong. With family and friends counting on her during this stressful holiday season, it's up to Mary to make sure this Christmas doesn't end up wrapped in blood red. And fall is definitely here. Today, this morning, we're in the 30s, and I think we're only supposed to get to the mid-40s today. So I'm breaking out the sweatshirts and stuff. And the heavier jackets. Menu of Happiness by Hisashi Kashiway. I'm saying that wrong. I know. Welcome to the Kamagawa Diner, where every meal is a mystery ready to be solved. This unique establishment is run by a father-daughter duo who offer more than just mouth-watering meals. They act as food detectives, delving into the past to produce nostalgia-infused dishes for their hungry clientele. Among the patrons is a once-renowned pianist whose promising career was marred by a self-inflicted injury. She longs to taste the yakisoba shared with the only man she ever truly loved. The diner also welcomes a man haunted by shadows of regret. His mind is haunted by the memory of gyoza served by the parents of a lover he once jilted as he seeks understanding and perhaps forgiveness. The Kamagawa Diner doesn't just serve food, it recreates forgotten recipes, helping its patrons to revisit memories lost to time. Each dish is a portal to the past, serving not just sustenance, but solace and reconnection through the miracle of delicious food. Why that's in the mystery section? It's a mystery. Ghosts and Guilt by Paula Lester, second in the Holiday Hollow Mysteries. When courier and secret matchmaker Hollis Maribel heads into Haunt Borough for routine deliveries, she expects fog, ghosts, and a few friendly jack-o'-lanterns, not to stumble upon a dead medium with a missing spirit. Madame Whisper's death should have meant another peaceful transition to the afterlife, but her ghost is nowhere to be found. Now Hollis is pulled into a mystery that rattles the foundations of Holiday Hollow itself. Spirits are flickering, anchors are fading, and rumor has it that someone is meddling with the natural order of death. With her dramatic reindeer familiar Crinkle, an overworked councilwoman, and a very opinionated pumpkin union, Hollis must juggle her courier duties with investigating a crime that defies the afterlife's rules. But when the suspects range from rival mediums to grieving widows and suspicious scientists, one wrong delivery could land her on the wrong side of the veil. Because in Holiday Hollow, some packages come with strings attached, and guilt has a way of haunting you long after the grave. A Ghost of a Chance by Courtney McFarlane, sixth in the Clowder Cat's Cozy Mysteries. Halloween is in full swing at the Valewood Resort, and Eden Brooks is conjuring up the perfect spooky season attraction, a haunted house tour filled with ghostly illusions, creepy corridors, and just the right amount of fright. As the resort's PR manager, Eden is determined to make this event a scream for all the right reasons. But when someone turns up dead inside the haunted house, festivities quickly turn into a nightmare. Was it a tragic accident or something far more sinister? With whispers of real ghosts circulating through the resort and tensions rising among the guests, Eden must rely on her feline sleuths and her sharp instincts to uncover the truth, because in a house full of secrets, even the dead don't always stay silent. End of that road. Death by Mistake by Abigail Keene, 22nd in the Josiah Reynolds Mysteries. Josiah has resigned herself to being alone. Her boyfriend Hunter has left her for an old flame, and Josiah vows not to interfere in his life. She cares for the man and wants him to be happy. So it comes as a shock when Detective Drake informs her that Hunter has been arrested for the murder of his wife, Kathy Wycliffe. Josiah simply can't believe Hunter would harm another human being. She must uncover the truth, and fast. See, that's the way it should be done. A paragraph to tease ya. I want you to find out more. Don't give the whole plot away. Cranberries and Crime by Kathleen Suzette, 39th in the Freshly Baked Cozy Mysteries. Thanksgiving in Sandy Harbor is a time for family, food, and gratitude, but this year's holiday feast serves up more than turkey and pumpkin pie. Allie Blanchard is eager to host her family gathering with her best friend Lucy by her side. But when a murder interrupts the holiday, celebration turns to suspicion. With tensions rising and secrets hidden behind polite smiles, Allie and Lucy dive into sleuthing while Allie's husband Alec leads the official investigation. Between pie baking, coffee chats, and a table of suspects, they must catch the culprit before the holiday ends in disaster. Excuse me. Oops, that's what we did. We're not going backwards. Spooked in Little Leaf Creek by Cindy Bell. 28th in A Little Leaf Creek Cozy Mysteries. Sebastian's farm is buzzing with excitement for this year's Halloween festival, complete with hayrides, jack-o'-lanterns, and pumpkin carving competition. But the day comes to a shocking end when someone turns up dead. Cassie and Tessa can't resist a good mystery, but things hit a little too close to home when they quickly discover someone they care about is the prime suspect. With the help of their loyal animal companions, they begin to untangle a web of lies and secrets in search of the truth. Can they catch the killer before someone close to them ends up behind bars, or has the wool been pulled over their eyes that person's really to blame? Recipe included chocolate pumpkin cake with cinnamon cream cheese frosting. 29th in the Freshly Baked Cozy Mysteries. Mary, are you volunteering at the library anytime this week? Emily says, thanks, Mary. Day off, which means I can join. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. Murdered by the Blooms by Jody Kesteven Short. Second in the Willow Springs Cozy Mystery series. Amanda Edwards, the owner of Blossoms and Blooms Flower Shop, loves Halloween, and decorating her store's window for the town's annual holiday contest is at the forefront of her mind. With the help of her sister Jillian, they create a prize-worthy display, but it isn't long before everything goes awry. Ominous predictions from a clairvoyant aunt warn of impending danger. A crazed stalker sends menacing poems to Amanda. Is this just a sick Halloween prank? When her store is vandalized more than once and a dead body is found in the alley behind the shop, Amanda realizes the danger is real. Really? Was it the dead body? Much to the dismay of the lead detective, she and Jillian must put their heads together to help solve these latest mysteries. End of that row. Clause for Concern by Leslie A. Deal. Doesn't say... Oh, Book 3. Maddie Sparks, Mystery Book 3. Sorry, I'm in the wrong place. Maddie Sparks, senior amateur sleuth, sets aside her writing when her son, a defense attorney, is accused of murdering one of his clients, a high school friend, and the woman the authorities believe murdered her estranged husband. Although Maddie knows her son is innocent, she also suspects he is hiding something. Before she can confront him, he disappears during the first snowstorm of the season. When he reappears, he is shocked to discover his house has been torched. He confesses he and the murdered woman had been seeing each other. Did the client kill her husband to be with Maddie's son? To make sense of the murders and the arson, Maddie takes a close look at her son's friends from high school. Do people change over time, or do they carry their past grievances into the present? In getting to know her son's friends, she finds that teenage passion can sometimes lead to murder. It's simply a matter of Maddie determining which friend is hiding a killer's face. I think I'm going to write a book called When I'm an Old Lady, I'm Not Going to Solve Crimes. Maria says, no volunteering at the library this week. I'm only on the books for the first Tuesday and Thursday of each month. Gotcha. I will fill in when there are vacancies, but haven't heard of any, so. Ah, nice. It will be a bestseller. And then they'll expect me to solve a crime when I said I'm not going to solve a crime. Flamed Out by Valona Jones, and there are illustrators and editors listed. When a loyal customer begs Tabby Quigsley, I like that, to look into her uncle's suspicious death, Tabby can't say no, even if the police rule it an accident. Dr. Willem Rosemont, a respected psychiatrist, took a fatal tumble down Savannah's infamous stone stairs of death, but the 5 people who were with him that night all claim to have seen nothing. Tabby's ties to the case run deep. Friends, frenemies, and her husband's best friend are among the witnesses. Then she uncovers a chilling truth. Rosemont was part of Savannah's hidden paranormal council, the very group Tabby's been hiding from all her life. As the August heat rises, so does the pressure. Tabby's new marriage is reeling from revelations about her husband's shocking powers. Her psychic gifts are spiraling, and the killer is closing in. Can she unravel the mystery before everything, including her freedom, goes up in flames? Fair and Unbalanced, 26th in the Avery Shaw Mysteries by Amanda M. Lee. Avery Shaw finds trouble wherever she goes. That's why when 2 rival biker gangs start throwing threats at one another after one member is found dead, she can't help but insert herself into the situation. Avery lives by the motto, trust no one, but it's especially hard to figure out who she should be looking at when she's convinced everybody is lying to her. The threats are flying fast and furious, and absolutely nobody wants Avery involved in any aspect of this case. That only excites her more. When Avery finds out a secret about the dead man that she's absolutely not supposed to know, she finds herself holding a lot of cards. She just can't figure out what game she's playing. Her husband Elliot wants her to admit defeat. He knows this world better than she ever could, and he's afraid for his mouthy wife. Mouthy wife? But Avery Shaw doesn't lose to anybody. She's determined to find answers. When the danger strikes close to home, targeting a member of her family, she knows she's in too deep. When the danger strike, unfortunately for everybody, it's too late for her to get out. Engines will be revving, bullets will be flying, and Avery Shaw will be mouthing off. Will she survive to find the answer she so desperately wants? Only time will tell. Was this written by a guy? Mouthy wife. That's gonna bug me all day. Murder Ill-Fated by Kat McGee. 6 in the Witching Hour, Cozy Hunters Mysteries. Witch and psychic medium Marna Langley takes the Witching Hour Ghost Hunters crew deep into the misty woods of Death's Door, Tennessee, lured by reports of a mysterious figure roaming at night. Local legend claims it's a Sasquatch, until someone spots a zipper. When the body of a notorious prankster turns up, still zipped inside the furry suit, Marna realizes this case is far stranger than any footprints in the mud. Lil, Marna's sassy and shape-shifting cat familiar, can't resist prowling around the eerie clearing, even if it means scaring a few Bigfoot enthusiasts. Meanwhile, Marna's co-host, and maybe more than friend, Royce Davenport, struggles to stay collected when the chill of haunted pine trees sets his nerves and his heart on edge. That was a weird sentence. As the cameras roll, the crew battles rogue wildlife, hidden snares, and a ghostly prankster determined to scare them away from his favorite stomping ground. Between deciphering cryptic notes left around a remote cabin and trying to keep Lil from revealing too much of her ghostly talent on live TV, Marna's magical instincts are pushed to the limit. The deeper they venture into the forest, the clearer it becomes that this ill-fated prank has more sinister roots, and when Marna accidentally stirs up the spirit's unfinished business, the next prank could be deadly. Yeah, look at this cover, this Sasquatch waving, hi! Except he has a zipper. And he's white. Albino? That would be a Yeti then, right? I don't know. Mary says, I know you could write a bestseller, crime solving or not. Well, thank you. And Beth says, good morning. Hello. Taking today off to prep for my move across town in 2 weeks. Ooh. Well, I hope you are productive, but also rest up a bit. Mary says, hi Beth, welcome. And Mary says, thanks so much. Hope this is a great week for you and hope to see you later at Thunder Horse Descendant. Well, yeah. Back at you, baby. Hope you have a good week too. Again, I don't have any sprints tonight. I don't do my Monday night. Our next sprints are tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. They go for 2 hours. Otherwise, have a very good Monday. Read good books, and as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom nom. Have a good day and God bless.